Riley. Welcome back to Fun with Riley. Today's craft is great for any age kid. We have our toddler craft and our older kid craft. So let's start with the toddler one because it's a lot more messy and it's going to take time to dry. So we got our finger paint, our cardstock, our background sheet of cardstock, and cookie cutter and a pencil. And you're also going to need some scissors. We've got two different sizes of hearts that I used a cookie cutter to cut out. Cutter. And we are going to put it on our cardstock and take our pencil and trace around the inside of this cookie cutter. Just like that. And you're going to make 3 of them. Then we're going to take our scissors, cut her out. This is great for kids who need help learning good scissor technique, like Callie or any kindergartner. I had a hard time in kindergarten with scissors, believe it or not. Do some painting. And this is a great activity for kids to learn how to mix colors. So I've taken some green paint and some yellow paint and put them on the same plate. To make a lighter shade, you can put a little bit of yellow and mix it into the green. This will lighten up your shade so you have a little bit of different contrast, like I have with my model. So I'm going to take my finger and I'm going to paint in a swirling motion on my heart. That is my dog talking in the background. She wants to go outside. Okay. Gotta put this on here. But make sure you don't add too much paint because then it'll rip your paper. That happened to me earlier today and it was really upsetting. Your hands to get all that paint onto that paper. I'm gonna let these guys dry. You get happy. Okay. I'm gonna take this, squeeze it on here. That was a funny noise. Then I'm going to take 3 of my bigger things, bigger hearts, and I'm going to do the same thing. Better for older kids because it's thicker, but finger paint is non-toxic. So if your little one likes to eat things that aren't edible, finger paint is a great choice for you because it won't harm them. And it also is washable, so it won't stain their clothing. And I would also recommend buying your child a shirt from, say, Joann's or Michael's that will be their painting smock. Or you can just take all the clothes off and let them go to town with painting, just like we do with Cody. Done, done. Our smaller hearts should be about dry because they dry really quickly. And a good technique to know when something is dry is if you touch your finger to the paper and no paint comes off, it's dry. I'm gonna take this and my glue stick and I'm gonna decide how to position my hearts before I glue them on the edges. Press it down firmly so it doesn't come off. You can also, after they've finger painted and you still want it to be a bit darker, you could go back and finger paint once this is all done. Line it up, press down. Yeah. Our next craft is gonna not take as much time, but it is going to be a little bit more challenging. So the last thing you need to do is glue on all of your hearts, including your middle ones, and a stem to go at the bottom. It'll look like this when you're finished. All right, let's go to our next craft. What you're gonna need for this one, you need yellow cardstock, green cardstock, our trusty heart cookie cutter, runny glue, because that's what you're going to do. That's what you're going to trace your glitter out with. And we're going to need our trusty cold glitter. So here's a little thing about glitter. Callie loves it. My mom, not so much at all. So to start this, we're going to take our stick and we're going to smear it all over the paper. And this is how I got the sparkles to stick to my sheet of paper. And I'm going to dump some of this. Callie over here, she would probably dump this entire container. That looks like enough. And I'm going to tip it around all over my sheet paper. That's a lot of glitter. Okay. So what you're going to do next is you're going to cut out hearts with your cookie cutter, tracing it just like I did with the other one. And you're going to cut them out. And once you cut them out, you're going to glue them to this sheet of paper. And you are going to trace your heart out with your glue. This is great for fine motor skills and tracing ability, and also patience. You are now going to dump some more glitter on here. And I'm going to tip this around to make sure all of my traced glue is covered in glitter. There you go. And when you are all done gluing and glittering your whole sheet, this is what your final product will look like. You can make this harder, you can make it easier. This is a great craft for any age kid. See you guys next time. Bye.